group. I actually been rewatching this series. The first like couple episodes are on YouTube, so that's kind of why it just came into my mind. So would you kiss, marry, kill Hermit or Natsu Tanimoto, Kenichi Shirahama, or Akisame? I cannot not pronounce Koetsuchi. There we go. I know I had it there. So, me personally, I would kiss Kenichi, marry Akesame, and I'm sorry, Herman is cool and all, but his attitude towards life, I mean, he does change for the better later on after he becomes, friends with Kenichi and more in depth with and in friends with his little sister. But if I had to say, like, oh, the beginning of Hermit, yeah, he was a bit much. And I mean, after you find out kind of what kind of formed him into becoming that way and his mindset, you kind of feel bad for him. And then you kind of realize, like, yeah, he went through a lot and kind of explains why he is the way he is. So, kiss Kenichi, Miriaki Same. Sorry, Hermit, I'd have to kill you. Though, be honest, they're all major strong, so killing any of them would be near impossible, really. All right, number next group, Kiss, Mary, Kill, Shinichi Kudo or Jimmy Kudo, depending on which dub you really listen to. I grew up with the first Funimation dub, so I'm kind of used to Jimmy Kudo, but I don't mind Shinichi Kudo since I did catch up with the anime, and I'm used to that name too. Then we have Kaito Kid or Kid of the Phantom Thief or Shinichi Akai. This is a very hard one because I honestly these are my like top three favorite characters in Detective Conan slash Case Closed. I love Shinichi. I've always been a huge detective fan, so that's kind of what drew me in. That he's a high school detective, but then you know spoilers not spoilers, he ends up getting drugged, and then they thought it was going to kill him, but then ends up shrinking him into a child. And then now, even as a child, he's trying to solve mysteries and trying to find out the organization so he can get his original body back. Then we have Kaito Kid, aka Kid the Phantom Thief. He is kind of like the Arsene Lupin of that world. So if Shinichi is the Sherlock, he is the Arsene, and he's very cool. Um there is actually there's a series based just around him and what he's doing. And when you find out a little bit more about him, it's really interesting on how he ends up becoming the Phantom Thief in the world. And it's funny how his fan base is so huge, even though he's originally a criminal, but people idolize him and it's really cool. Then you have Shinichi Akai, who is this OG FBI agent, and he's like a very good sniper in the world. And I mean, yeah, in that world, and just his skills and whatnot, he's very cool. Um, this is so hard. Um, if I had Oh my god, this is a very hard one. I don't know why I did this to myself. If I had to, hmm, I would kiss Shinichi Kai, mm, marry. This is so hard. Okay, I don't have to marry Kaito Kid, and I'm sorry, Shinichi, but I'd have to, kill you or not. But only because I love the romance between him and Ron or Rachel. So yeah, I'd have to do that. Yeah, I can't because thinking about it too much would be way too hard. All right, next group. I would kiss Mary Kill. I figured let's do the OG Dragon Slayers from Fairy Tale. So we have Natsu Dragneel, Gajil Red Fox, and Loxus Dryfer. So we have the Fire Dragon Slayer, the Steel Dragon Slayer, and the Lightning Dragon Slayer. So which one would you kiss, marry, and kill? For me personally, I would. Hmm. The thing is, they're all powerful, they're all amazing, but Natsu is a bit much, even though Like he's the type of character that jumps in first before anything, which ends up causing his team a lot of headache. Gajio's a bit more on the collective side, but he's just as hot-headed as Natsu. I would say out of the three, Loxus is the more calculating one. He thinks before, especially after he goes through his whole arc in Fairy Tail. After he leaves Fairy Tail for a little bit, he ends up joining back up. He ends up becoming a huge asset to Fairy Tail than how he was in the beginning. So let's see. I'd have to kiss Gajil, marry Loxus, and sorry, not to it. I'd have to kill you, though. Like I said, these three are super powerful, so killing any of them would be near impossible. But yeah, that's who I would pick. Okay, next group, Kiss, Marry, Kill. Thought we'd get into some food. We got Soma Yukihira, Akira Hayama, and Ryu Koyo Buya. I can't pronounce that. Sorry. So Soma, Akira, and Ryu. The One of the three characters in Food Wars. If you been catching up with if you finish the anime, they end up becoming part of the top. Oh God, what is it? Top 10 with Soma at number one. I don't remember what the other two's rankings were, but of course, Soma is the protagonist, so we kind of follow through him and you see his skills. I like Akira because he's kind of the spice master in the world, so he's very good at like spicing up, like making food with different spices and making it, flavorful depending on how he does it. And then we got Ryu, who is very good at like seafood and whatnot. So I mean, all of them are a huge catch because like any dude that knows how to cook that well is amazing. But if I had to pick, I would kiss Ryu, marry Akira, and sorry Soma. I have to kill you only because even though Soma is amazing and he is the protagonist, he's very, very cocky, and sometimes that can kind of rub people the wrong way. But I mean, all of them are kind of cocky in their own way, but so much just like the type of dude. They kind of like Natsu in the fact that he doesn't think really. He's more of an action person, but then when he does say things, you're like, whoa, dude, you shouldn't have said that. Like, come on, like, think of people's feelings. But yeah, that's who Akira Kiss. No, Ryu Kiss, Mary Akira, and sorry, someone that I have to kill ya. All right, next group. Kiss, Mary, Kill, Gyun from these are the Demon Slayer characters. Gyun from Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu. This one actually isn't that hard. Killing Zenitsu, no questions asked. Sorry. I can't deal with characters that every second and every minute they're screaming and yelling, which is funny because I don't mind it with Asa as much. But Zenitsu is like way over the top, and when you see him, you're like, dude, how do you even become a demon slayer in the beginning? Like, this job clearly isn't for you. Now between you and Tanjiro, hmm, I did like you when we first meet him in episode one, and how even though he came off as cold and brash, he did kind of, help Tanjiro. He did help Tanjiro out, teaching him a lesson. And then when he saw the potential between him and Nezuko, he sent him off to his teacher, who ended up teaching him, his water breathing. And so I would have to. But Tanjiro, he's like, even though he's strong and he's very kind. So, and the fact that he would do anything for someone that he deeply cares for, as you see with his friends and Nezuko, and how he was with his other siblings before, So I would have to kiss you, marry Tanjiro, and killing Zenitsu. Sorry, Zenitsu. Sorry, not sorry. All right, next group. Oh, this was another hard one. I don't know why I did this to myself. Kyo, Yuki, and Hitori from Fruits Basket. Um, Growing up, I always liked Yuki. He was out of the two main like love interests for the heroine Toru. I always figured she get with Yuki. He seems so calm and he's very collective. He's the the most popular guy in school. All the girls like him, but Toru sees, he's more than just a pretty face and whatnot. But she really becomes friends with him. Same thing with Kyo. He comes off as brash and rude, but when she gets to know him more, she realizes his like good sides and whatnot. But she does that with all the somas, really. All the somas, she ends up breaking down their walls and helping them see that they're more than just their curses and whatnot. So, and especially with this new adaptation, you really see the relationship between all of them grow, especially between Kyo and Toru. And then you kind of see how Yuki feels about her. He kind of gets more in depth in like how he truly feels about her compared to how maybe Kyo feels about her. So, honestly, I would have to, and the fact that they're both very strong and very skilled in martial arts, Yuki and Kyo. So that's another plus right there. But Hattori, he is the kind of like the family doctor or the doctor in the family. So he takes care of, Akito, but he also does take care of the other Somas if they get hurt or whatnot. And then his story, oh my god, was so tragic. But I kind of like how in this new adaptation, it's kind of giving him like a second chance at finding love when it didn't work out the first time. So I really do love that. So I would have to kiss Yuki, marry Hattori, and sorry Kyo. I'd have to kill you only because he is very, very hot headed. He's always picking fights with Yuki and all the other kids and whatnot. But he is not a bad person at any like at all. All right, next group from One Piece, we got the three main guys really. We got Sora, Luffy, and Sanji. So, of course, we got Luffy, who is the captain of the Straw Hats, who kind of built this team together after finding Zoro and Nami and bringing everyone together, getting other people like Chomp and Robin and everyone else. So then we have our swordsman Zoro. I always liked him when I did used to watch One Piece because it was so cool how he fought with three swords and how he used all three swords, and it's very cool. And especially when you learn more about his story and kind of like why he became a swordsman and wants to be the best. Then we have Sanji, who is the chef of the Straw Hats, but also very strong with his kicking. Uh, but he is, as cool as he is, he's definitely the type of character that's very love struck. So he's very falls apart very easily when there's a very pretty girl that meets his like taste and whatnot. Um, I would have to. Hmm. Hmm. This is hard to. I would have to kiss Zoro, marry Sanji, and sorry Luffy. I'd have to kill Leia. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think about right now. All right, next group, and I thought we'd get into some seven deadly sins. So we have Meliodas, Bon, and Escanor. So we have our leader of the seven deadly sins and the dragon sin, Meliodas. Then we have the fox sin of greed, Bon, and we have the lion sin of pride, Escanor. All three of them are strong in their own right for different reasons. Of course, as you know, Meliodas is I mean, if you haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins kind of spoilers, you see he is a demon who was cursed because he fell in love with an angel. But he was very powerful back in that time, so much that even the other angels and even other races feared him. Then we have Bon, who is a human, but after going through his, adventures, meeting Elaine, falling in love with her, getting attacked by a demon, and end up drinking from the fountain of life or youth or whatever what they called it, and end up becoming immortal, so he could pretty much regenerate from any attack, wounds, whatnot. And then his ability to like steal people's powers and whatnot, he's very very skilled as well. And then we have the, as people say, the strongest sin of them all, which is Escanor. Of course, he was the last sin we were able to find in the oh god, what's it? I think it was the second season. Yeah, it was the second season when they finally introduced him, and just the fact that he was able to take down two of the Ten Commandments so easily when it took the other sins like pretty much powering up to even take on one of the Ten Commandments. So he's very, very strong and amazing. Like he's basically everyone's like favorite character. So I would have to pick. Hmm. I would kiss. Mm, oh God, this is hard. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Kiss Spawn, marry Escanor, and sorry, Meliodas. I have to kill you. You are my favorite. You are one of my favorite characters. Um, Only because if I had to do a downside is the fact that you never really know where the Meliodas is, especially we know with his demon powers kind of coming back and him turning back into a demon. Like you don't know if it's gonna be friend or foe with you, so that's kind of like a yeah. All right, and I think this is the last group. Oops, sorry. So the last Kiss Mary Kill group is Harmon, Aaron, and Levi. This honestly is not that hard for me when I made it because Kiss Levi, 100%. I would marry Armin. He's such a sweetheart, and after what he did in the last season, sacrificing himself so that they could defeat the Colossal Titan, ugh, he just won my heart there. And I'm sorry, Aaron. I would have to kill you only because you kind of like most characters I was kind of describing. He's very hot-headed. He doesn't think much. If honestly, if he didn't have his Titan abilities, he probably would have been killed off a long time ago. Um, and with this how he is acting, I haven't seen any of the new season yet. I'm kind of waiting for it all to come out, and then I'll make a reaction video of that so you guys could see what I thought of the last season. But from what I've seen and heard in speculation, he goes through this huge change, and it's just like the way he is now, he has no problem sacrificing others to achieve his goal, which is kind of the opposite of how he was in the beginning, how he wanted to save everyone, even if it meant um him getting severely hurt and whatnot. So yeah, that's it for that one. I do have the one I did last year up. um I thought I'd just go through it real quick just to see. Because for the groups I did for the last one, I did Asta, Julius, and Yuno. The second group was Naruto, Kakashi, and Sasuke. Next group after that was Gilgamesh, Archer, and Kiritsugu. Then they did Ichigo, Byakuya, and Hitsugaya. And then they Kadame, Zero, and I forgot what the teacher's name was again. Other group was Karama, Hiei, and Yusuke. Then I did second place, Udakata and Tatikichi. Then it was Shota. Uh, oh Lord, I'm forgetting names. Bakugo and Midoriya. Then Klein, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Kirito. Then Piccolo, Goku, and Vegeta. Then Gohan, Trunks, and Krillin. That was last year's ones. So let me know what you guys think of the last year ones and which ones you thought about this one. Like I said, the first group was Hermit, Kenichi, and Akisame. Second group was Shinichi, Kudo, Kaito Kid, and Shinichi Akai. Third group was Natsu, Gajil, and Loxus. Next group was Soma, Akira, and Ryu. Next group was Gyun, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu. Next group was Kyo, Yuki, and Hattori. After that was Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji. Then Meliodas, Bon, and Escanor. And the last group was Armin, Aaron, and Levi. So let me know what you guys thought about that. That's really it. Before I go, let me just talk about what I've been doing so far. I do have a YouTube up. There are two videos. I actually do plan on making one today and possibly posting it later on today, so hopefully look out for that. I do have my Patreon, but I'm trying to get all the episodes on it first before I officially set it out. So I'm still setting that one up. So of course, once that is complete, I will let you guys know and I will send out the link for that. But that's really it, you guys. Like I said, I haven't really been I'm not reading, watching any of the new stuff out. I'm kind of waiting till a few episodes are finished. Um, I've been honestly, I've been anticipating on what this final episode of Black Clover is going to be and what the announcement's going to be after that. I really hope, from what the speculations are going on with how, even though the anime is ending, the manga has still been going on. I believe it just got like an update a couple of weeks ago. So the fact that the manga is still going, I hope the kind of am doing what a Naruto and I mean, I wouldn't mind if they did what a Demon Slayer did and kind of make the next part of where they're ending off a story. I mean, not a story, a movie, and then maybe continuing on where the story goes on if it continues after that. But I mean, because at the moment we are in the kind of the war between the Clover Kingdom and the Spade Kingdom. I have not seen, like I said, I haven't seen any of those episodes yet. I'm kind of waiting for those to be dubbed. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm a dub person. I mostly watch subs dub, and I kind of recommend people to watch, um, like for most people, because a lot of people didn't like Black Clover in the beginning, and I was no exception. I kind of listened to the hype, and the people was like, "Oh, just read the manga. The manga's better." But one of the things people was like, oh, Asta's, Japanese and, screaming and whatnot. If you can't take his screaming in Japanese, I would say definitely watch it in the dub because the way they deal with that, I think they did it a lot better. Even though he does scream a lot, they kind of toned it down a little bit. So he, like, yeah, he's screaming, but he's not as loud and whatnot. But then, I mean, later on, you kind of figure out why he does that, and then you kind of understand it and you sympathize with him. So, that is it, you guys. Let's me see something. Um, let me see what my next episode is going to be. Um, 1 second. I did this last time when I tried to tell you guys what my next episode was gonna be. It just like wouldn't work for some reason. I'm pretty sure I'm doing something Valentine's Day related. Maybe I'll talk about some romance animes and whatnot, but again, it's not doing it. So, oh, there we go. Oh, okay, yes. So next episode, I'm actually going to be going through some of my or our favorite romance manga. So I will be going through some of the my Jesus. I will be going through that. So I'll be recommending some romance mangas if you want to do that as well. If you want to, if you're looking for a manga to read during the, Valentine's Day, I will definitely do that. So thanks again for listening and I will see you all next time. Bye.